YouTube? It's Mirror Mirror Vlogs, your girl Mirror Mirror Vlogs, with an update that says that I got something to say. Just watched Game of Thrones, and I'm all like, finally, some ramage, some killing, some blood. We had a couple episodes with blood, I'm not gonna lie. It was heartbreaking, to say the least. This time, it was revenge blood. Revenge blood is the best blood. That's terrible. I think Cersei died. Spoilers, by the way. I think Cersei died. Hold up. 1 second. I just want to do something before I... it's gonna take too long. Hold up. But it's gonna say episode... Oh. Okay. I think I paused enough. So I'm just gonna talk about Game of Thrones for a little bit. And then I want to also talk about this gender filter on Snapchat, which I've tried already. And I was surprised. But before I go into that, I also want to talk about Game of Thrones. I just watched it right now. Today is Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Yeah. So I knew this was gonna happen. After Missandei, that was the last straw with Daenerys, and I'm thinking, yes, get your life, but total opposite for King's Landing, because they're all dying. But I knew that Tyra was not gonna, even though she tried to get revenge on Cersei and kill her, Clegane or Sander, whatever you want to call him, the Hound, he was like, no, dude, save your life, save yourself, don't be like me, because, I've had this built up in me to kill my brother for a long time, and look what happens. He doesn't get his revenge, he dies with his brother, which I think is more satisfying than him dying or him getting his revenge and just being like, what else do I do now? Sometimes it happens in shows. So I don't know if he's technically dead. Well, he should be dead. Yeah. He got, they fell off a cliff. Not a cliff, but they fell on top of the castle. So they're definitely dead. The other thing is that Jon Snow, aka, by now if you don't know, Aegon Targaryen, he's like, while the battle stops, they did ring the bell. Cersei stubbornly rang the bell, but it was kind of like, I thought that was funny, that Daenerys was like, freak that, I'm still gonna rampage and kill people and have a blood massacre to show I don't play no games. When she said she was gonna reign in fear, she wasn't playing. Or I feel like it's a cleansing. It sounds so scary to say, but it's like a cleansing from the Lannister reign to the Targaryen reign. So that sounds horrible. But this is the last episode that's coming up, May 26th. And I feel so bad because what am I going to do now? What am I going to look forward to besides comedy night at Shrine Lounge in Harlem, but at 4 o'clock through 6 o'clock? But what else am I going to look forward to? Besides that, Game of Thrones was really fun to just look forward, and I posted each episode up to now. Everybody get your snacks, and get ready for the episode. But I don't know. There'll be another show, but this one took the cake. It took 8 seasons, and I'm satisfied how it's. Hopefully, the last episode is like the best, because if you think about it, a lot of shows in the past have not been with the ending. True Blood, their ending was whack. Sopranos, I didn't watch the seasons, so I can't really opinionate it how great it was, but I've heard that the ending was whack too. And other shows that are anticipating on their last season finale to be the big shebang and end it in good notes and good tidings for the fans, and they totally disappoint. And I feel confident that they won't do that. That they won't keep us in questions. They'll have us pretty satisfied. They're not going to have us have all the answers, but we did get what we want. In a way, if you don't want what is happening, you have to read the books to be like, listen, this is going to happen. But there are no other books. I mean, there are other books, but that's it. So, enough about that. I'll probably go back into Game of Thrones, but that's been the best show I've watched and I've was loyal to. And the last episode, I guess you want to call these things that I make, or the last post or whatever, I've said, oh, am I bleeding? Oh no. That I was tired of people complaining about, oh, I don't like the show, or on posts like, oh, I've never watched the show, but I don't like it anyway. It's just it's funny when I see it, but it is type annoying. But now they can be like, yeah, The Walking Dead's coming on. But I'm not one of those people that do that to Game of Walking Dead fans. Let them enjoy it just like I enjoy Game of Thrones. And there are people that do post, oh, I don't watch The Walking Dead and blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on. That in itself is like, okay, you don't like it, but nobody asked you. So this is something nobody asked for, speaking of which. Gender switch filters. I don't know what they call it, but I call it a gender switch filter, where everyone, it's on Snapchat, it's not on Facebook, it's not on Instagram, they're filters. I tried to check, but it's only on Snapchat. And I may be wrong, somebody probably correct me in the comments, but I found it on Snapchat. And I did it myself. I was bored. That's what people do while they're bored. Not everybody, but some people. Just see what was the hubbub about. And I was thinking I would look like a good dude. I mean, I'm a girl, obviously, and I'm what does that mean? I'm bad bitch. Oh yeah, I'm not hideous or whatever, but when I look at them, okay, I'm gonna post as my thumbnail, besides the Game of Thrones, no, I'm gonna have my guy version of me slash girl version, well, me, and then a guy slash version of me, and title it gender filter, because that would be kind of cool. And since this is all people are talking about it right now, this is what's trending, I should, I guess, put quotations. But I did it and it was kind of fun. I did a little joke and stuff, pretending to be a guy and what they would say. I even bit my lip. I noticed two things, well, that I guess black guys do. They squint their eyes and they bite their lip, or they just squint their eyes when they take a picture. And these are the sexy poses, if you want to say that. It gets on my nerves. I remember when I was going online dating and I was on OkCupid, and I seen a lot of guys doing that, and it was so annoying because it was like, I get it, you're trying to impress girls, but every time. It's bite the lip, squint the eyes, bite the lip, squint the eyes. It's like, this is not original. But girls aren't innocent either, because their two poses are the duck face, which is, and at an angle. Pictures at an angle. They're never and not in the front. Or they are in the front and they're doing a duck face. So those are the two. And it's funny because those two different types, and like if you agree with me, comment if you disagree, or you like, well, this is my opinion on that. I'm welcome to that. I prefer it because I would like everyone to join in the conversation. So, with the filters, as you can see, I kind of sidetracked. I'm getting used to being in front of the camera, just a tad bit. Sometimes I kind of have a brain fart and I'll be like, I don't know what to talk about. Or I get kind of like weirded out because I'm talking in front of the camera and like my roommate might be in the kitchen or something like that, and I get quiet because I'm like, I'm talking to no one. But I'm like getting more used to being crazy. I'm just joking. I'm getting more used to being in front of the camera and talking about certain things. Like, I was gonna make a mukbang, but I guess the sign would. I just bought a bunch of Burger King. It's what behind the camera, and it wasn't intentionally. I was just hungry, and I was like, oh, I got a bunch of Burger King. Let me just make a mukbang. But then I got a call, so I was like, okay, this is the sign not to make this mukbang, and you know, just make a regular video. It's fun to make videos. I hope to have more ideas on like content, because you know, I like expressing myself in different forms, especially when I'm comfortable. And like I said, I'm starting to get more comfortable in front of the camera, and I want to do different things and show my creative side. So join me while I have this journey. Like, comment, subscribe, as I usually say at each end of the video, or try to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.